English Reporter readers. Today I'm at ESPN to interview Stephen A. Smith, who's the host of the TV show First Take. Hi, Mr. Smith.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
I
How are
watched
you?
lots of highlights of your show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're known for being an extremely passionate journalist. What is it that inspires you?
Trying to get as close to the truth as possible, talking about things that people care about. And for me personally, I just happen to love what I do. When I was younger, I had problems knowing how to read and write, and so I worked really, really hard to learn both things, and now I've made a career out of it. So I constantly think about how when I was your age, I wasn't nearly as smart as you, so because of it, I was really inspired based off of that to get better, to get smarter, to just know as much about what I'm talking about as I possibly could, and that excites me.
Doing all those things, like trying your best and getting the closest to the truth, would make you a great lawyer.
They used to tell me that. My
Yeah.
teachers used to tell me that if I was not a journalist, I would have been, I could have been a lawyer. And me personally, I actually wanted to be a criminal lawyer.
Yes.
Like, I'm a huge Law and Order fanatic. I love that show. Now, I'm not talking about Law and Order, Special Victims. I'm talking about the regular Law and Order. I love courtroom drama. I always watch those shows.
Yes. Everyone knows Stephen A. Smith, the journalist, but to my understanding, you went to basketball scholarship in college. So can you tell me about Stephen A. Smith, the basketball player?
Well, I played high school basketball my senior year at Thomas Edison High School in Queens, New York. I was really, really tiny. I was like 5'10", like 135 pounds, which is really, really small for college. So a lot of colleges were not knocking on my door. And then a junior college by the name of Fashion Institute of Technology came calling. I majored in advertising and communications. People used to make fun of the name of my school, but we were ranked 15th in the nation. We finished 35-4, and I went from there to a regular four-year university in Winston-Salem State. I had gone down to Winston-Salem, tried out for the team. I hit 17 straight three-pointers, and the coach signed me to a full scholarship on the spot.
Whoa.
And so I got a scholarship there, and I played college basketball at Winston-Salem. But my first year there, I fractured my kneecap.
Oh.
And my kneecap, I had a really, really bad right knee injury. And they said that they didn't know if I would ever walk straight again, let alone play basketball. But I went through intensive rehab, rehabilitation, and physical therapy. And I came back and I won my scholarship back, but I was never the same because my knee never felt 100%.
I'm glad you kind of feel better.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What is the most valuable lesson you've learned through your career?
That hard work usually pays off, but you have to have the right people and the right vision to go along with that hard work. Everybody needs a cheerleader and a mentor. It could come in the form of one person or 10 different people, but you need somebody with expertise in the area that you want to go
For everything.
to guide you. But you also need a cheerleader, somebody that constantly encourages you and makes you feel good and makes you feel positive and doesn't let you, if you fall down, they won't let you stay down. They'll be there to pick up your spirits and to help inspire you more. So you need both of those things. But you also have to have a vision. You have to see and dream about what you want to do, because it serves as a form of inspiration as well.
For everything, not just for your basketball that you used to play and for your sports.
Well, look at the job I have. You're sitting here interviewing me right now. My biggest secret to success at ESPN is that, to me, I never come to work every day because it's not a job to me. I love what I do.
It's just fun.
It's fun. So I never feel like I'm working. Even though I'm working a lot of hours, I never feel like I'm working because I love what I do. If I didn't love what I did, then you're punching a clock, you're counting the hours, the days are longer, you're miserable, it's not fun. But when you're having fun, you don't think about that.
Yeah. When I interviewed Jackie McMullen, I asked her what the hardest part of her job was, and she said it being critical of the people that she knew. And I don't think you have that problem. So what is the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part of my job is dealing with how my criticisms are interpreted.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm critical, I pride myself in being critical about what people do, not who they are. I don't have a right to characterize somebody. What I look at are their actions. If you get in trouble because you commit a crime, then I'm talking about that. If you get in trouble because you're using drugs and you're not supposed to, I talk about that. If you get in trouble because you're not a good teammate, I talk about that.
But you don't want to talk about changing your personality.
I don't say this is who you are and characterize people in a negative light. And sometimes the people that you're critical of have a very difficult time of understanding the difference. All they hear is that you're criticizing them. They don't hear that, oh, I'm only criticizing that, but there's 10 other things that you do that are good, and I'm pointing that out. They only hear the one thing that you're critical about. They don't hear the 10 things that you're complimenting them about. That's my problem usually with what I do.
I heard you one time say that you believe in second chances.
Well, I think that America is the greatest country in the world, and it's the land of second chances. One of the reasons why we're so great is because we recognize that nobody's perfect, people make mistakes, and almost everyone deserves a second chance. And so I try to make sure that people know that I know that, because that's my way of saying, I'm not judging you, I'm just judging what you did in this particular instance, hoping they'll understand. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But remember, I'm a journalist, and as a journalist, what we study, you can't be worried too much about how people feel in pursuit of the truth, because by and large, you'll never find out the truth if you're preoccupied with worrying about how people feel.
Yeah.
That's what comes with the job.
Can you tell me something that hardly anyone knows about you?
Anybody knows about me. I'm a movie fanatic. Nothing relaxes me more than going to the movies. The other thing is that I'm a mama's boy. I love my mama. She's everything to me. She's the greatest person in the world. I love my mother, and that I am very, very cheap with her food. She can cook for the whole family, but there has to be a chunk of food that's set aside just for me, because it's from her. When it comes to my mommy, I like to be spoiled, and I want the food, a certain chunk of the food for myself. So it's two things that I love her to make for me. She's from the West Indies, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, and I love her beef patties, and I love her coconut tarts. So let's say, for example, she made 20 coconut tarts, and it's like 25 of us. 5 of those tarts are just for me. Everybody else is going to have to share the other 15.
And everything you just said is exactly like my brother.
That's right. That's right. Because when you're a mama's boy, these are the perks that come with it.
Yes.
And that's how I like it.
What is your favorite meal and dessert? What is your favorite meal and dessert?
I love lasagna with beef, not the vegetable lasagna. I like ground beef, cheese, noodles, tomato sauce, all of that stuff. And it's not good. I know it's bad, but I'm still a cereal fanatic. I can eat crunch berries or honeycombs for dinner. I can't help it. So I literally have to make sure it's not in my house, because if it's in my house, I could have lasagna in there, I'm going to eat both. I could have chicken or steak or something in there, and I'm going to choose the cereal over the food, because I'm a cereal addict.
Yes.
I can't help it.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
And your passion for journalism is extremely inspiring to me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're an inspiration to me, too.
Thank you.
I wish I was as smart as you when I was your age.